As the COVID-19 numbers continue to grow, with Nairobi leading the pack, mass testing in the capital has kicked off once again, and this time it's under the stewardship of the Nairobi Metropolitan Service. NMS says the activity will last for 2 days, in all 17 sub-counties of Nairobi. Anita Nkonge with the details.
Over the last few months, Kenya has lacked the capacity to test many COVID-19 samples due to shortage of reagents. But as the situation eases, the Nairobi Metropolitan Services is seeking to determine the burden of the virus in the city through testing the masses.
There are several people who are having the infection, but they don't have the symptoms, but they are capable of spreading. So those are the kind of situation we want to find out so that we can be able to stop what is called a chain of transmission.
We are targeting around 200 per site, which is per sub-county, but we are very, very ready to do up to 5,000.
Test results are expected to be released after 24 to 48 hours, depending on the caseload. Treatment may also vary depending on the severity of the symptoms.
We have a very clear contact tracing mechanism. Our home-based care model is working very well. And those who also need to go to the hospitals, we now have a good isolation facilities and also the treatment centers that we have for COVID. So we are fully prepared to respond to the outcome of this testing exercise.
I'm heartened to see that many governments have used the time they had during the lockdowns to ramp up their capacities to curb the pandemic. African countries are now in a much better position to tackle the new challenges COVID-19 is throwing our way.
Health officials are also warning against the continued laxity by many Kenyans when it comes to COVID-19 measures.
I don't think that it is necessary that we should beg every single person to take care of the other person, you know. And as we mentioned before, you may not be affected by COVID because you may be asymptomatic or you may have the mild symptoms. But someone else who is vulnerable may lose their life because of your recklessness.
This is the second mass testing in the city since the virus entered Kenya, the first being in May with over 3,000 tests done. Anita Nkonge, NTV.